So we find ourselves in a storage building, and 90% of my shop's in here. So I sold oil filter on eBay, and I got the radiator changed out on my BMW. I actually broke the top coolant hose that goes across the top of the radiator. Had to order it. I'm on my second radiator. So if you order a radiator for a manual BMW, especially off of eBay, look at the pictures, and if it's got, so like it's got the drain plug on one side, on the driver's side, well, make sure they don't send you one with the drain plug. There's a hole on the passenger side. I don't know what it goes to, but it's just another hole. So I ordered one, said for a manual. I got it, and it's got the hole on the drain side, and then the other side there's just a random hole. They sent 2 plugs, but there's nowhere to put that plug in, so I could never plug it. So I had to order a second one, and it don't have that hole on the right side, or the passenger side. So if you do order like a BMW 335 is what mine is. I think that a lot of them are the same, but just look at the pictures on that thing, because on the bottom right there was a second hole, and there was nothing to put in it. I mean, there was no way of plugging that thing. So I'm gonna dig through all this mess, my whole shop, K-series, all my lights and everything's in here. So let's dig through that and find our oil filter, and I don't even remember which one it was, but find the oil filter and the coolant for the BMW. So all right, here we go. All right, then we're sitting at the bank. I just deposited some money. I'm heading over to the rental, the last one that I had posted a video about, and Metzger's been cleaning and painting and all that over there. We got to meet the bug man. He's gonna spray. I got to pay him, and we'll get a good look at the place and see kind of what we got going on over there. And it should be pretty close to getting rented. I think we got a water heater issue and maybe a stove. The stove had so many roaches and stuff in it, I think it's just screwed it up. And the water heater, I think when she had her power cut off, they used cold water, and then they cut it back on, or the water leaked or something. I don't even know. But when you cut power on, and if the water heater is low on water, if you ran water or something and it's drizzled down or whatever, or fed back in the line or whatever, if the water level is below one of the heating elements, and then you throw power on, it'll instantly burn that heating element up. So a little something there. If you ever get a new water heater, fill it up with water first before you put power to it, because it will burn those elements out instantly. Ask me how I know. But yeah, I'm headed to that. We'll look at that, get a bill from the bug man, give him some money, and maybe pay Metzger if he's pretty close to done, and see what all's left. So all right, here we go. All right, so we're pulling up to Metzger, well, where Metzger's been working on this rental. The yard looks somewhat better. Still got a little bit to pick up, some stuff here to clean up. But he's washed the house a little bit, so it definitely looks a little better. I don't guess he's completely done. New doorknobs. Well, the deadbolt works now, at least. Used to, that didn't work. There's a wheelchair. Still roaches. We've had it sprayed. We bombed it a couple of times. Put a new smoke detector. Evidently he's gonna have to paint around it. Still gotta do some cleaning. All the roaches. They're still dying. But looks a lot better than it did. I still gotta do some cleaning. Well, we're gonna replace the vinyl. But the next people, they have a man up with a dog in here again on the next renters, maybe. So if I do that, I'm not gonna replace that vinyl. So, but here's, you can see we're kind of just letting it set after they bug bombed it. Gotta put a new toilet seat on, gotta do some cleaning. So we're letting it set and letting the bugs die for a day or two, and then we'll come back and give it a once over. You can see how the filter is looking. Just in a few days, you know, this if this thing will cut on. I think thermostat's dead. May have kicked some power or something. Yeah, there's no power on the heat. May have to get some batteries. But still smells funky. Still roaches, a few, there's not many. Again, that's probably the most of them I see. One or two here and there, but see how the floor looks? Oh, that's from dogs. Isn't that crazy? And so your renters, people get mad where I'm going to a no pet thing. It's gonna be honest, what I'm dealing with here right now is why. It's everybody complains about how expensive rentals are, all that, you know. Oh, it's so much deposit, so much a month, it's expensive. How do they live with themselves? How do they charge that kind of money? This is why. All the damage, all the repairs, all the things we've had to do with this rental, and we're still, well, it looks about a week away, you know, honestly, with the cleaning and the minor things they've got to do. It's just filthy people, nastiness. You know, and, you know, homes catch on fire from the roaches, like pooping all in the electrical stuff. You know, just bugs create so many problems. But yeah, it's painted again. There's still a few bugs here and there. We're gonna have to bomb one more time. We did have it sprayed. Busted glass, door handle kicked, all these things. It is what it is at this point, but this is where we're at now. We're some cleaning and fumigating, and kind of heartbreaking when I see them, you know, especially after spending a small fortune trying to straighten them out and get this far along, and still got more to do. But yeah, that's where we're at. You remember, so if you've seen the other video, there was like poop here and all this stuff in the floors, and we still got to do the floors. We're doing them last. But yeah, busted glass, you know, and this is all my fault. I didn't come over here and bust this glass. I didn't come over here and pee in the floor and turn my dogs loose in this house and throw all my junk in this place, but it's still my fault. But either way, you get it. So, like, that's all roaches. And you wonder why people's houses catch on fire and stuff. This kind of stuff right here, when they get behind there, like, that's what screws up electrical and stuff. But all right, here we go.
I'm feeling high.